Good evening and welcome to the news roundup for Saturday the 26th of October. Before we get into the news, please remember to like this video, share your views in the comments, and share the video with your family and friends.
Reach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Now for the news in detail. With increasing speculations about possible reprisals for the 5 men fatally shot in Rockfort on Monday, a state of public emergency was declared in the area, which covers several nearby communities where friends and foes of the dead men are believed to be gathering. The SOE covers Pleasant Heights, formerly Warika Hills, and nearby communities including Jarrett and Saunders Lane, McGregor Gully, Backbush, sections of Bull Bay and Jakes Road. Everybody knows that the shooters are still in East Kingston, even if they are not in Rockfort, and the man friends them are determined to avenge the killings, said one source. The man them were really heavy in the area and them killing can't go so. It is painful that Mendes could stay foreign and make him money, and him come back in him hometown and a push peace and them kill him. That can't go so, added the source. He was referring to one of the 5 victims, 51-year-old Artavia Austin, who was long identified as a man who should run Rockfort but abandoned the role when he migrated. Austin recently returned to the island and staged several peace events in Rockfort designed to bring once warring factions together. The police high command has listed an escapee as a primary suspect behind Monday's mass shooting in Pleasant Heights, East Kingston. He is a 28-year-old Junior Creary, otherwise called Whopper, a construction worker of Carnarvon Street in Kingston. Investigators are urging Creary to surrender to them for questioning. Creary was among 3 prisoners who escaped from the Port Royal police station on the 30th of August 2021. Another suspect in the mass shooting was fatally shot during a police operation on Tuesday. President of the People's National Party Mark Golding has described the state of public emergency declared in Rockfort as a PR exercise by the government. Golding made the assertion on Friday during a tour of sections of the constituency which are included in the SOE.
They announced another SOE today, I think it was. I think that's really a PR exercise. I've driven through the area, a large part of the area covered by the SOE. I haven't seen one soldier or police until I got to the police station where we are now. So, I don't think that response is, as you know, lawful. We've taken that matter to the Constitutional Court and we're awaiting the hearing of that matter.
The PNP president went on to compare the government's reaction to the Rockfort killing to that of Trelawney's Operation Recovery, which reportedly resulted in arrest and millions of dollars associated with lottery scamming being seized.
I was reading in the papers, I think on October the 10th, about Operation Recovery in Trelawney, which was intensive saturation of the space which had been affected by violence related to lottery scamming, involving the police and the JDF, and they'd found weapons and they'd arrested various people and so on. And there was no SOE there. So, to my mind, what this shows you is that the necessary tools to get control of an area exist without resorting to the ultimate constitutional weapon of a state of emergency, which is really there to protect the subversion of the state, not to deal with difficult policing work that may arise from time to time. And that's our position, and we are waiting to hear whether the courts agree with us or not.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force carried out a major operation at 2 separate locations in Portmore, St. Catherine on Friday morning, targeting an alleged gun and drug smuggling network. 3 men and a woman were arrested. More from Deputy Superintendent of Police Marvin Brooks of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch.
About 5 a.m. today's date, 25th day of October 2024, operatives from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch conducted simultaneous operations at an apartment complex situated in the Cedar Boulevard area of Portmore St. Catherine and a premises in Garvey Mead, Portmore St. Catherine. The purpose of this operation was to arrest a suspected gun and drug smuggler. During the operation at Cedar Boulevard, operatives breached the premises and a female occupant was seen. During a search, a 9mm pistol was found in a room she occupied. The firearm was inspected and found to be an DB9 Diamondback 9mm pistol, serial number erased, with a magazine containing 6 9mm rounds. At the second location, a premises in the Garvey Mill community, the operatives breached and held 3 male occupants. During a search, 2 parcels containing white powdered substance resembling cocaine were found. Also, 2 boxes, each containing 59mm cartridges, were found. All 3 men were arrested pending interviews in the presence of their attorneys. It is also to note that 2 iron motor cars, which are the property of the main suspect, was seized pending further investigation, as it is believed that these motor cars were acquired from proceeds of criminal activities.
Prime Minister Andrew Weas has blasted critics of the government's $20,000 reverse income tax credit and other recent initiatives by the government to give back to citizens. The Prime Minister referenced an initiative in Guyana to give back the equivalent of Jamaican $76,000 to adults. Holness noted what he described as ignorant and scornful comments comparing Jamaica to Guyana, the latter of which recently discovered oil. The Prime Minister said despite not having oil resources, government continues to undertake major infrastructure projects and also give back to the people.
I see some of the comments pouring scorn on the reverse tax credit, the give back of 20,000 Jamaican dollars of persons who claim it who earn less than 3 billion Jamaican dollars. Where did that money come from? Was it from the oil revenues? What did Jamaica discover to be able to do that? The first in our history. This is the first time there has ever been a give back. And it's not the only time that we have given back. During COVID, unemployed persons who were put on furlough, they got cash support under the CARE program. We gave a general grant to every person who applied for it. When oil prices went up and electricity bills went up very high, we gave a subsidy. We were giving back, not just now, not just one time. This administration has been giving back.
Holness said good governance and sound economic management have allowed the current government to give back in ways that no previous administration could.
Where is the oil that we have discovered that has enabled us to do this? You know what that oil is? You know what we have discovered in this country? We have finally discovered good government, good economic management. That is what has created the dividends that has allowed us to give back. And I know that it hurts some people when I say it, because they cannot confront this fact fairly and honestly, because no other administration has been able to do it. None. So you may not like it. You may want to choose to disregard it and still make nonsense comments. Cannot change the fact that this is the only government that has been able to do this.
There will be more on this initiative in the business report later on in this newscast. The Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency PICA has announced that it is in talks with staff regarding concerns over the government's compensation restructuring program. This follows reports of employee dissatisfaction after October pay revealed that junior and senior employees from different departments were placed at the same pay level, regardless of qualifications or experience. Workers are considering industrial action and have called for intervention from the Prime Minister and the National Security Minister. PICA stated that discussions with relevant ministries and unions are ongoing to address the concerns quickly and thank staff for their patience and professionalism. 17 people have been arrested in a series of operations led by the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division and the Jamaica Customs Agency to curb gun smuggling through Jamaica's ports. Between July 1 and October 12, the joint team seized 22 firearms, including 2 rifles and 20 pistols. They also intercepted 1,274 rounds of assorted ammunition. Of those arrested, 8 have been charged with offences ranging from trafficking in prohibited weapons to possession of prohibited weapons, and their cases have been brought before the courts. The agency pledged to continue working with local, regional, and international partners to bring offenders to justice and prevent further trafficking into the country. In business, more than 262,000 people have been approved for the government's reverse income tax credit since its launch earlier this month. The tax credit provides a one-time payment of 20,000 Jamaican dollars to eligible taxpayers earning below $3 million. An estimated 580,000 people are expected to benefit from the initiative. Tax Administration Jamaica says approved applications are now being processed for disbursement. TAJ notes, however, that it has taken note of several applications being rejected. In reviewing the reasons for some rejections, it says it discovered that many domestic workers do not have a tax registration number on file with their national insurance scheme number. A TRN is necessary to qualify for the reverse tax credit. To remedy this issue, the TAJ says individuals whose applications were rejected due to no eligible source of income found and who submitted their 2022 stamp card before August 31st should visit their nearest NIS office to update their records with their TRN. It says this update must be completed before November 4 to be on the supplemental database provided to the tax authority for eligibility determination. TAJ notes that stamp card applicants without TRN on record will be further advised when to reapply. Meanwhile, TAJ is reminding eligible taxpayers that they have until December 2 to submit their applications. And that is it for your news roundup for today. We would appreciate you liking this video, leaving a comment, and sharing the video with your family and friends. Have a good evening and see you next time.